Hello and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Last time you saw me talk about products that I don't like very much or had expired. So this time I thought it would be a little bit more fun if we sat down and I spoke a little bit about products I actually do like and I do use on a daily basis or on clients. So let's jump straight into it. Primers. I have the L'Oreal Infallible Mattifying Base. I'm actually not entirely sure how much this costs. You do get 35 milliliters in here, and it does have 12 months before it expires. The one that I use most often, however, is the Bare Minerals Good Hydrations that retails for £25 again. You get 30 milliliters, which is a whole fluid ounce, and you get 12 months. To use this, you take... Oh, I haven't really finished this one. You want to take just... Oh my goodness. A little bit on the back of your finger. Like so. You don't need a lot of this. It's very creamy, it's very moisturising, it's lovely. And again, we're just gonna dot 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 all over the face, okay? And then just rub that in. Nice. I'm hydrating this one. It's very silky. You don't need a lot of it. It leaves the skin feeling lovely. You can go with under makeup or without makeup. I think it's just really great for dry skin, and it works really well with mature skin as well. Yeah, so that's the Bare Minerals Good Hydration. Good Hydrations. It's like this, and it's £25. The next step in my makeup routine is the MAC Strobe Cream in Pink Light. You get 50 milliliters in this, the same as the moisturiser. That's 1.7 fluid ounces. It retails for £25 again. My face costs a lot. So again, with this, you want to just take a little bit, otherwise you're going to end up looking a little crazy, which, I mean, some people are into that, me not so much. So a little bit like this, just a little dollop, warm that up on the fingers, and you're just going to dot 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 dot, and slap it all over your face. And then we're just going to blend it into the skin. And again, this acts just like a second primer over the top of that first one. I feel like it hydrates, it leaves the skin with a lovely little glow, and it's perfect for wearing underneath foundation. It's tacky, so if the foundation sticks to it, nice and well. Okay, so let's move on to foundations and concealers. The first foundation we're going to talk about is the MAC Studio Fix Fluids. Yep, you get a full fluid ounce in these little bottles. I have two shades. I have NC10 and NW13. I tend to wear NW13. It just goes a little better with my skin tone. This retails for £27. But it is a really good foundation. It merges well with the skin, and I just think it looks really flawless. I also want to talk about the MAC Studio Fix Soft Matte Sticks. These retail again for £27. I have colour NC60. I use it for cream contour. You do get quite a little bit of product. You get 9 grams, which is 0.31 ounces. But it works great for mature skin because it's hydrating. It's a cream product. It's great. Okay, so we're going to talk about concealers next. So the concealer I use most often is the MAC Studio Fix 24 Hour Smooth Wear Concealer in shade NC15. You get 7 milliliters, which is 0.24 fluid ounces. But it is really full coverage. It's great. I love it. That's the name of it. That retails for £19.50. Okay, The next one I'm going to talk about was my first love from MAC. It is the Pro Longwear Concealer. You get 9 milliliters in here, which is 0.3 fluid ounces. It looks like this, and it retails for $19.50. Again, this is NC15, the same as the lash shade, however it is a little darker. The smoothwear is a little bit more brightening than the Pro Longwear. However, both have a great coverage, so I love both. Yep, so I'm going to go do my base off camera. I'll be back in a little bit to talk you through some more products. Okay, so the next thing we want to do after we have blended out our foundation to perfection is we want to set the under eyes. These are always the first things to crease, so we want to make sure that we get them quickly before they have the product has a chance to settle into any fine lines or weird crazy ones, which I mentioned in my last video. So what you want to do is you want to take whatever you used to do concealer with and just make sure there's no creases there at all. Bits of stuff. And then you're going to take your powder and light little dusting underneath your eyes. So I've got two powders that I want to talk about. So first off, we have the Laura Mercier loose setting powder. You get 30 grams in here. I think it costs about £30, so it's quite a good option. It looks like this. It is a loose powder, so I'm not going to tip it upside down, otherwise we're going to have powder everywhere. That one's good for setting under the eyes and on the rest of the face. However, the powder that I'm going to use to set my eyes today is the Rimmel Instafix and Matte pressed powder, which is white, so it's really brightening. However, it is translucent, so if we just take that on the skin here and work it in, you see it brightens, but it doesn't leave this weird cast. So I'm just going to take a brush, tap in there, tap off any excess, hold my brush like this, and just go under the eye here and slightly down a little bit as well. And then we're just going to bounce all over the face, or all over where we put the concealer, which was just under the eyes. After we've done our powder, I'm going to move on to some contour and highlight. Now, I was told that it's always a good idea to do your highlight before you do your contour, just to help them blend together. I'm just going to quickly set the rest of my face and we will get on that. Okay, so like I said, after we set the face, we want to move on to the highlight before we start on the contour. For highlighting, I have the MAC Silver Dusk, a loose illuminating powder, which retails for £26.50. This is not a blinding highlighter. This is more of an illuminating powder, so it leaves a nice glow on the skin. We will use it and then we're going to put something over the top. So I have a couple other highlighters that I want to show you. In here, you're going to see this a couple of times because it has a couple of things. So in here we have, this is the Benefit Get the Party Started mini palette. In here we have a cream highlight called What's Up. I am not really a big fan of this. Without contour, it looks like there's just this weird grey streak, and it is a cream product. So I'm not going to be using this one today. The next one I have to show you, oh, nearly dropped that there, is the Milani Rose Glow Stellar Lights palette, which looks like this. The two shades here did break. The product is very soft. I went really lightly in there, but it is a really blinding highlight, as you can see. So I'm going to use a little bit of that over the Silver Dusk. I'm going to go get to highlighting and we'll be back. Okay guys, so I've only put on the Silver Dusk. As you can see, it's not blinding, but it does leave a nice lovely little shimmery glow on the face. But I wanted to do the Milani one on camera just so you can see how much it amps this up. So we're just gonna, that's a lot that comes off there. So this product is very, very soft, hence why these two shades broke when I was carrying it about in my kit. However, you can just pot the broken product and use it as a little loose highlight. Just get those little pots from anywhere and they work just the same. However, they are the softest and most blinding highlights I've ever tried. Okay guys, so that is the Milani highlight on now. As you can see, it does look very, very blinding. Okay, so my nose is literally shining for the gods. There is one product that I did forget to show you, so I'm just going to do that now. This is the Jeffree Star Northern Lights palette. As you know, Jeffree Star is renowned for their highlighters. And they look like this. Anchorage here is my favourite, and also Thought Out. Really wish they did Anchorage as its own Supreme Frost, but I don't know if that's going to happen, so here's hoping. Okay, so let's move on to contour. This is the BH Cosmetics Studio Pro contour palette. I think this only costs maybe about £12–11. Very cheap, but works absolutely great. You get 5 contour shades and then you get 5 highlight shades as well. These are not shimmers, these are all mattes, so it's really what you like. But I'm going to go, excuse my burp, I'm going to go contour the face and I'll be straight back. Okay, so that is one side of the face contoured. As you can see, this side looks a lot more lifted than this side does. I like to do the contour slightly underneath the cheekbone so that it gives the illusion of being slightly higher. I'll give you a little demo here. So we're just going to take it from here at the ear and blend up the way into the cheekbone. So we're going just underneath and we're going to merge with that highlight as well. Like so. That is a little bit heavy. However, we are going to blend it out. So you want to just kick it up the way and blend out. Try not to come past the centre of the eye, otherwise you are going to drag the face down the way. We want to make sure it's all lifted and flawless. So we're just going to keep blending and blending and blending until it looks like you just have this naturally lifted, shadowed face. And then we're going to take a little bit under the jaw. I like to bring it right up to the ear because I do have a very square jaw and I feel like it rounds it out quite nicely. And then a little on the forehead as well because I have these weird crazy hairline. So I'm just going to take a little bit on the forehead so we don't look like we have a huge alien forehead. Okay, next thing we're going to do is we're going to do contour on the nose. We are going to use the same brush. I'm going to show you a little trick for this. So if you put a little bit of product on your brush, you squeeze it so it looks like a little fan like this, and you're just going to go on the side of the nose and flick up the way towards the centre like so, and maybe a little bit into the eyebrow. Always make sure that you flick up the way so that we're not dragging the nose down and making it look wider than what it usually is, and then you end up with a thinner nose. I am going to calm that down just a little bit because I feel like it's very, very noticeable. So take your powder brush and take a little bit of your powder. I'm going to use the Laura Mercier, the same one I used to set the entire face, and just tap over the top. As Jeffree Star would say, we are veiling. I'm also going to do that just on the cheeks because I feel like I went a little too heavy here. So I just want to calm that down a little bit. And over here. And there we go, we have a lovely contoured face. Next thing we're going to do is blush. So we're going to go straight into here, the Get the Pretty Started mini palette. In the middle here we have California, which is a lovely pinky tone blush. My favourite. Oh my goodness, we're blowing up today. Yeah. Oh. So we have California here, which is a lovely pinky tone blush. It does feel a bit dry, but once it's on the face it feels lovely. It's like this, it's a kind of corally pink, and I think we'll just take it right here. Like so. A lovely, lovely shade. Next thing we're going to talk about is a classic, is the NARS Orgasm blush. Most of you have probably tried this, but it is absolutely gorgeous. Sometimes I feel not as connected with this one because it does have that little bit of shimmer in it, but I'm just going to put that right here, right next to California. As you can see, it's very soft, very nice, very pink. Oh my goodness, shut up. For today, we are going to dip into California. I love, love, love this blush colour. So let's grab our brush and blush up our face. Okay, so that is the blush, that is California. It is very, very intense right now. However, I like to go a little bit more intense so that when we do the eyes, it tends to be the first thing that goes. So I like it to be more intense so when we have the eyes on, you can still see the colour. Okay, so next thing we'll move on to is eyes, I suppose. Because that's the only thing that we have left to do, apart from lips. So for eyes, the first thing that I start with is always Painterly Paint Pot, the Pro Longwear Paint Pot. Oh my god, go away people! Looks like this. I also take a little bit of this under the eyes just to help get rid of my dark circles, because I have them because I don't sleep. So we're just going to take a little bit of Painterly Paint Pot all over the eyelids, just like this, on both eyes, all the way up to the brow and underneath the brow, so that we have a lovely little blank canvas to work with. Just like so. And then if you want, you can go in and set it afterwards. I tend not to do that. I like it to be still a little wet sometimes so that the shadow sticks to it properly and we don't have weirdness going on. So I'm just going to go prime the other eye and then we'll dive right into eyeshadow. Okay, eyes are primed. Now if this was a day-to-day look, I would have done the blush a little less heavy and primed the eyes and walked straight out that door, maybe a little bit of brown mascara and a little bit of chapstick and we will be good. So this is where I would stop for just casual day look. However, we're going to go a little bit further with this so that we get to talk a little bit about eyeshadows and lipsticks. So the first palette up is the Mini Breaker by Jeffree Star. The colour story is just amazing in this. I love the purples and the pinks and the golds as well. This one is just fantastic. Let me give you that wee swatch for you. As you can see, a little goes a long way with these shadows. You do not need a lot of them. Even the purple one as well is just gorgeous. And that goes all the way around my arm. And then we will also swatch Oro. I'm sure a lot of you have already seen these, but they are absolutely fantastic shadows and I love to use these. Next palette we will dive into that I really enjoy is the Juvia's Place Zulu palette. That looks like this. So again, these colours in here are just fantastic. The shimmers are amazing. The purple is amazing as well. So let's swatch a couple of these. So this is the kind of blue shimmery shade here. There. We'll do the green shimmery shade as well, because these are the colours that spoke to me from this palette. They're absolutely amazing. Like this. And then we have the pink shimmery shade, which is this one here. There, and then we will also swatch that purple, because purples are hard to make. As you can see, it is full of pigment. Next up, Stacey Marie bperfect Carnival palette. Love this palette. It has two highlighter shades in here, which are gorgeous. And then obviously we have our oranges and different tones up here, and we have these three here, which are perfect for just creating that lovely smoky eye. Yeah, just amazing, this palette. I do have one more palette to show you, which is the MAC Art Library Flame-boyant palette. This is the packaging. I love this. It totally matches the colour story inside. It is absolutely amazing. Again, the warm tones, the oranges, the reds, and then it even has this shade up here, which is a really sort of gold, shimmery, icy white. Let's just swatch that there. Just like that. It goes on amazing. The shimmers in here are gorgeous. We have a pink, we have a red, we even have a wee gold one as well. The mattes in this palette are amazing, so let's swatch the red one here, and then we'll swatch the pink one next to it, and then we will swatch the gold one at the end there. So these are the three shimmers from the MAC palette. Absolutely gorgeous, absolutely amazing. I'm going to go do a quick eye look, and I will join you guys in a second. Okay guys, eyeshadow is now done. I am going to apologise really quickly. Next door have come back. I think they're watching the football. Not sure, but apparently they have a very loud dog and a very loud child. So if you hear anything crazy going on in the background, that's them. That's nothing to do with what's going on here. Okay, so the next thing we need to talk about is obviously eyeliner and mascara. I don't really have a mascara that I love, but I do tend to use the Maybelline the Falsies Push Up Drama Mascara, so I will be showing you guys that. I do actually have a eyeliner that I love though. It is the MAC Dare Black Duo All Day Waterproof Liner. Eyeliner waterproof double, oh, can't even pronounce that. So it is a double-ended liner. You get a pen on one side, which goes on like this. I've had this one for a little while, so it might be drying out. So you get that on one side, and then you get a retractable Kajal pencil on the other side. I've used it quite a bit, which is waterproof, perfect for the waterline. I'm not actually going to do any top liner today. I'm only going to do the waterline. Let me grab a quick mirror. We'll just use the Jawbreaker palette, and we're just going to do some black in our waterline. I'm done. Okay, so that is eyeliner. Put on some mascara, and then I think it'll be good to move on to the lips. As you can see, obviously my blush doesn't look as intense anymore that the eye's on. I also did a little brow while we were off camera, just so that we don't lose them, because I don't have very dark eyebrows on my face. So here goes with the mascara. Okay, what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to take the mascara on a little disposable spoolie. I just feel like it goes on easier, it doesn't get all weird and clumpy as you can see here. So I'm just going to try take some of that off. Too much product. This is why I do not love this mascara. I just feel like far too much product gets on the brush and then you end up with really clumpy lashes, and I am not about that. I like my lashes to look nice and long because I have really gorgeous lashes. However, not today. Not today, Satan. Okay, so just take your mascara wand like this, a little spoolie, and rub that in there. Just get it all nice and coated. This is why I like to buy spoolies that have different coloured bristles, is because once it's coated, obviously it is no longer purple, it is now black, so you know that you have enough product on there to then go into the lashes and get a nice coverage from your mascara. Okay, and we are back. I decided to curl the lashes a little bit just to give them an extra lift because I felt like they were very flat today. Not entirely sure why. Maybe it's because I was wearing falsies on Monday. I'm filming on Wednesday. If you follow me on Instagram, you'd have seen that I did look for Monday with lashes on, so that I could promote my last video. I bumped myself a little bit down here, so I'm just going to grab another little disposable spoolie and show you how to fix that issue if you come across it on your own face. So you're just going to take a clean spoolie and you're just going to flick away those little bits that bumped onto your face. On Monday I had an entire line down here, it was crazy. Oh, honestly it was bad. Okay, so next thing I'm going to do is lips. I want to talk to you about lips. So I have this lip liner that I love. It is from NYX. It is called Ever. I use it all the time. It does need sharpened. I'm going to do that just now. But I use it all the time. It is like a dupe for MAC Spice, which is obviously one of their iconic lip liners and a staple in anyone's makeup kit. So when you're lining your lips, you want to do cross in the middle, and whether you go up or down on both sides, completely up to you, but make sure you go the same way for each line. I do want to quickly mention that if I was going for a really heavy look today, which my eyes are really heavy but I don't want to have huge big massive lashes on, I would stick them on with this duo glue. It is the Quick Set Strip Lash Adhesive in white clear. It is the acrylic glue, so it does dry very quickly, and it's obviously able to use, people that have latex allergies are able to use it because it is latex free and it is just amazing. You get 5 grams in here, which is 0.18 fluid ounces. So yeah, just want to let you know, guys, know that. Okay, so let's line our lips and then we can move on to lipstick. Okay, so lip liner is done. Let's talk about lipsticks. Obviously we have, oops, daisy. We have our iconic Jeffree Star liquid lip in shade High Aria. I absolutely love this. It has little reflects of gold in there. It does look absolutely amazing. So let's just put that there. And we'll let that dry down and then I can show you the gold reflex, maybe. As you can see, it looks pretty standard. Liquid lips, a kind of pinky, sort of berry red. It's gorgeous. While that's drying down, I'm going to show you quickly some other. Obviously, we have our iconic MAC lipsticks, which I love. My favourite shade has to be Velvet Teddy. I have the mini right here. As you can see, I use it a lot. It goes everywhere with me if I'm wearing it. It's great on its own, great with gloss. I'm probably going to wear Velvet Teddy today and stick a clear gloss over it. The gloss that I've picked out to use with it is the Revolution Pout Bomb in the shade Glaze. It's supposed to be a plumping gloss. It feels, it doesn't feel stingy or nippy or anything. It's more minty and cool and refreshing. But I'll just stick that right there, and then we'll get some light on that. It looks really glossy, really glazy. It is honestly one of the better glosses I've tried. I've tried the MIX Filler Instincts. To be quite honest, I did not like how tingly nippy it was, but it was really pretty gloss. It's just too tingly for me. Right, so I think this has dried down almost to completion, so we're just gonna press on it a little hard. Oh, that came entirely off of my finger, so it wasn't dry. But trust me, there is a little bits of gold in there. So let's get to lips. I'm going to use Velvet Teddy and then stick the gloss over the top, and then we can talk about how, before I stick the gloss on actually, we're going to talk about how to finish the face, do a spray, and then we'll stick the gloss on. Back in a sec. Okay, that is the lipstick on. We're going to talk about some products that you can use just to finish off face if you want to give it that nice dewy glow. So I'm just going to grab a little MAC brush, and I'm going to take some Soft and Gentle. This is the Soft and Gentle Mineralized Skin Finish. It retails for $26.50. I'm going to post all of the prices of the things in the description of the video, as well as a link to my previous video and obviously my social medias. So you're just going to swirl that about in the pan like so, tap tap, and then just graze the face with it anywhere you want to kick up your glow. And then you can even take this down the chest, down the arms, wherever you need to on the body, just to give yourself that blinding, not blinding, but nice, soft, gentle, extra little bit of glowiness. So you look like one of those vampires at Twilight. What I'm going to do real quick is just a little bit of highlight on the Cupid's bow, and then we'll stick on the gloss, and we will talk about setting sprays. If I can find the Milani highlight, where the bloody hell did I put it? Found it. Okay, highlight on, and let's get to the gloss. So I'm not going to take this straight onto the lips. I like to use this on clients as well, so I'm going to take it on my finger and then apply to the lip like so. I'm not going to go straight in with this. I'm going to take it on another finger and then just dab it right in the middle. The setting spray that I'm going to go in with is the Urban Decay All Nighter. I have the mini here, perfect for travelling. That's why a lot of things are mini, because I need to fit them in a case to get them to and from clients. So we're just going to go all over the face, give ourselves a wee spray, then we'll give ourselves a fan off, and we will do a little recap. So here we go. Alright guys, so that is the finished look here. How do I look? Do I look gorgeous? Please let me know in the comments. I know some of you are waiting to see my tutorials and stuff. They are coming. I'm going to release the first one on the 2nd of January, so please set your calendars, set alarms, be there for that. I'm going to go through an entire face. I'm going to show you the routine that I go through, and actually do things on camera and not off to the side where you can't see me. So please keep tuned for that. If you liked what you saw today, please like, subscribe and ring that bell, and I'll see you guys in the future. Bye!